For PHNX, I'm Derek Montilla, formerly your mayor of PHNX. I'm here today with Arizona Diamondbacks outfielder Corbin Carroll. Corbin, thank you so much for joining us, man. I appreciate it. Your parents, by the way, terrific people. We adore them, so send our regards. I wanted to ask you, I know they're probably still giving you like life advice, but are they still giving you baseball advice at this point? Are you still getting those text messages?
My mom is for sure. Dad's never really been that guy. No. But yeah, mom will definitely make her input known.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll be a good weekend for me. I got my mom's parents coming out here tomorrow from Houston, and then my dad's going to come out as well. So yeah, just definitely tight with them. And you said it. They're incredible people and super just fortunate to grow up in a household with them.
What were you like as a kid? Did you have any of these kind of traits that would lead you to believe to have the success at the point you're having it, or were you just constantly focused on baseball?
I played a bunch of sports. Baseball was always the main one, but wasn't my only focus until probably about sophomore year. And then it was just school, baseball. Mom always liked to say school comes first, right?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, in terms of traits, I guess I've always been a little bit on the obsessive side, or like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to do it all the way. So I'd say that there would be some examples of that probably growing up, but that's probably the main one.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you've talked a bit about how much you've committed to this game, and we know we saw you, even during an injury, kind of spend your time really wisely and efficiently sitting with the scouts. And I was always curious about that. Like, what was a big takeaway for you? Like, did you have any epiphanies or anything like that of sitting with them, or was it just kind of like small pieces of information that kind of helped you in your game?
Both. The big one was the, kind of seeing that Major League Baseball players aren't perfect, seeing the guys at this level make mistakes. I think that's important. As a minor league player, it kind of feels like those guys are, on this pedestal, right, and just on this different tier from you. And I think in a lot of people's eyes, maybe at least in mine, you kind of you think these guys are perfect. And being able to be out here for maybe 60 games or so, it was 2021, right? Yeah. So I saw plenty of mistakes on both sides of the ball, on ours and theirs. But yeah, I think you see that the best players are the ones who respond and don't let those bad outcomes, kind of impact future. And then also little parts of the game as well. Sitting with Gardy, Jeff Gardner, he was doing advanced scouting for us at the time. Sitting with him, great baseball mind, experience as a manager, a player on the scouting side now. So tons of little just details from him.
What is your relationship with Tori Lovallo like? It feels like you guys have a good relationship, and it feels like Tori has been had a good relationship with obviously everybody on the team, but especially with you young guys kind of coming up. How has he been kind of instrumental in your transition from being a minor leaguer to an everyday major league player?
Yeah, he's been super important. He's always made me feel very comfortable. Within the first couple of days of getting to Arizona, got to meet him, and that was our first interaction there was here. And then even throughout my minor league career, going through that injury, he'd always check in. He'd either stop by Salt River, a phone call, a text, whatever it was. And so I think that's just a big part of who he is. He's a player's manager. He makes you feel valued. He makes you feel welcomed, and I think it's been huge for me.
Who else in the clubhouse not necessarily became a mentor for you, but was there anybody that kind of helped you out or kind of welcomed you to the team when you got here and maybe gave you some tips or some pieces of advice?
None that really come to mind. This year, definitely, there's been some super, important veterans for me who've been around the game, seen it all, and Evan Longoria, Nick Ahmed, Walk, Rojas, just all those guys have been really great for us younger players, and I think just helped even out the highs and lows that we've gone through so far.
You bring up the younger players, Jake McCarthy actually being one of our favorite guys as well, and I know you guys are kind of close, right? Yeah. First of all, I need to settle this. I know you kind of stepped away from the game, but could you still wipe the floor with most of your teammates in Fortnite?
Fortnite? Probably not. That
fell out of practice?
Shoot, yeah, that PS4 hasn't been turned on in a little while. But
kind of got more important things going on right now. I understand that.
Yeah, we're trying to win ball games, but right. No, I think most people have moved on to more some Call of Duty now.
Yeah, Call of Duty, nice. What's Jake like, and what's your relationship with him been like, and being here together?
Yeah, Jake's one of the funnier guys in the clubhouse. Always keeping it light. We've had some pretty intense chess battles going on in the last couple months, but he's awesome. A guy that I met in 2020. 2019 we rehabbed for a little bit together, but I really got to know him more in 2020, and just a great player. I think that he does so many things on the field so well, and I think when he got called back up within those first 3 games. I think he stole 5 bases or something like that. It was just he kind of operates on a different level out there.
It felt like the minute he returned, you guys kind of returned back to that creating chaos on the base path. And I know part of it, you had that injury, and they were kind of it's a little careful with you, but it felt like once he returned, that it was back to causing a little bit of that those problems for opposing teams.
Oh, for sure. I think you saw that play. I don't even know what you'd call what he ran out there yesterday. Triple. I mean, but yeah, he can create something out of nothing, and that's a very unique skill.
Yeah. Is it more meaningful to you to be here and doing this now with guys like him, like Dre, guys that you've played with in the minor leagues, and kind of doing it together?
Yes, I think so. I think that's one of our things. I think that's one of the things we can look at as an advantage, that we've created those relationships in the minor leagues and kind of gone through through the rungs together. I think I think that can be an advantage.
You brought up chess. Can you give us a breakdown of the chess hierarchy in the clubhouse? Who's kind of at the top of the hill with chess right now?
So Rojas is definitely up there.
Really?
The chess players are Rojas, Pavin, Jake. Longo will get on there every once in a while, and it's Walk's board, but he's kind of, I don't know, he won't play too much, but yeah, but he snuck a couple games in there I think in the beginning, but yeah, just all good fun.
You guys seem to be having fun, and you guys are a lot of fun to watch. I feel like that's a big part of your guys' success this season, has been able to just kind of have fun. But I do know that Tori talked about kind of a mindset changing, where you guys kind of come into the clubhouse every day knowing you can win, versus at one point the clubhouse mindset was more of like, oh, we hope we don't lose kind of deal. And do you kind of feel that now with confidence growing and the success of this team?
Yeah. I think every day we show up with big goals, both individually and as a team, as a unit. We've got so many players that can change a game, and all it takes is a few of them to, and some pretty cool things happen out there. And it seems like right now it's been more than just a few things click, a few people clicking, and it feels like every game that we're in, we've got a more than the fighting shot.
Yeah, and then it feels like you guys always find a way to win, and it's different ways all the time, but you've been a big part of that. And I know your success this season, you still have a long ways to go, but what would it mean to you to make your first All-Star game and have it be in Seattle, where you grew up? And I am pandering to you a bit with the shirt I'm wearing today.
No, I mean, to be pretty frank, that would mean that would be one of the coolest things in my career, I think, to have a first All-Star game in your home city, get family, friends there watching you. That would be really special to me.
Well, we thank you so much for your time, and we wish you the best. We hope you guys continue the success you've been on.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Appreciate you. That was awesome.